right, we have Ricky Russell here. How was your Enduro there, Ricky?
It's all right. We kind of were not sure how we were doing all day because test 3, something happened with my transponder or something, I don't know. So I was just trying to pin it all day and try not eat too much dust. You gotta look ahead and kind of follow the trail as good as you could. I really loved that 6th test. That was a blast. I think I saw you or someone out there with a camera, and I was having fun because that was a fast. You could see where you were going, so just enjoyed it. It was this West Coast stuff. Well, it's not West Coast. It's, I guess, kind of West Coast. But anyways, it's kind of reminds me of home a little bit. We got some Eastern Washington desert stuff, and kind of suits me a little bit because a lot of the East Coast guys really struggle in it. So unfortunately still got 3rd, but we're on the box. We battled that last test. We lost by 1 second, and we lost another one by 2 seconds. So we were right there, just little things. It's my first Enduro back for the season on this new bike, and I was loving it.
Nice. And everything feel good? You skipped the first one because of collarbone injury. Everything healed up well, and you're gelling with the Yamaha?
Yeah, no doubt. I had to miss round 1, unfortunately, which set me back. Our main focus was GNCC, and we wanted to make sure we were good for it. And yeah, unfortunately we had a DNF at the last one, but my collarbone healed up really quick and really well. It's a little bit sore today. It was a long day. The ruts, the silt ruts, you're kind of fighting the bike a little bit, and I could feel it. But we got through, and now we got 2 more weeks for our next round, and then I think another month until next Enduro. So ready.
Nice, man. Well, good job. Good
Thank you.
Land on the podium.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, we have Thorn Devlin here, winner of Pro 2 class. How'd it go, bud?
It was great, dude. I had a great time.
Nice. How'd it feel out here in Texas? Are you used to riding this kind of terrain?
Yeah,
How'd you handle it?
I really enjoyed the dry, slick conditions, the rocks and stuff. Like I said on the podium, I raced Baja 1000 this past year, so I had a couple 100 miles and stuff pretty identical to this. So I was able to apply that today, and yeah, man, I had a blast.
Cool. Were there any techniques you were trying to use in all those silt ruts and all the just getting through the dust in general?
Yeah, really just like weighting the pegs and just staying even on the gas, just trying to, you know, not use the clutch a lot to pull the silt into the motor. But yeah, the rocks, just trying to read the rocks and how to hit them and stuff. It's like, it's not like PA rocks, you know, a lot of them move, and yeah, it was good. Nice.
And how did your bike handle?
Oh, dude, it was awesome. Yeah, I was on the 350 today. Last round, I was on the TPI, and so the 350 today was money. It was on point all day. I was super happy with my suspension. It was handling good and taking the rocks pretty good. Yeah, it was sweet.
Nice. All right, man. Well, good job. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, dude.
Am I retarded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a professional dirt bike racer. All right, we have Steward Baylor here. Steward, how your Enduro go?
It was a bit rough. I had some issues in test 1. There, just couldn't get through the dust, and rode pissed off in test 2 and made up some time. We went up and around a ravine. I could see Craig exiting, and I was going up it, so counted in my head. I was like within probably 30-35 seconds, and I was like, okay, I usually when I'm pissed off, I ride really good. So I was like, I'm making up time, valuable time that I needed. And 2 miles from the finish, I just felt the tire go sideways, looked down, the bib was hanging out. Went as slow as I could, tried to keep it in the rut so that the tire wouldn't roll off the bead, and slow around the corners, and just did what I could to make it to the finish. And I think after the first 2 tests, we were a minute 42 down, and ended up a minute 46 down. So, you know, the last 4, I was consistent. I was where I needed to be. Just a bumpy start, and you know, looking at the championship, things like that. Just with Grandin up second, going 2-1 now. It's getting pretty far to catch up there, and that's you know, that part sucks. But still felt like we rode well, and I still got a lot of racing left.
Yeah. How do you handle all those lappers in this such thick dust? Or you have any tips or tricks you can kind of tell to the faster riders out there?
It's tough. Like the best thing you can do is try to get, when you see a section where the dust is going away a little quicker, you know, up on a hillside, or you're down in the valley where it's a little more moisture, like try to make up as much time. try to get to their rear wheel quick, and when you're within a few seconds, go ahead and start revving your bike and hope that you force them into a mistake. And a lot of times you're kind of aiming at their helmet. You're just seeing their helmet, watching what it does, trying to figure out if their bike does anything weird. See from your shoulders up, like you can see if somebody gets kicked left or right. So you're basically watching where you can see, and you can't see anything below there. So you're just kind of pinpointing what to do based on the rider's body English. And you know, that's where usually I do pretty well in the dry conditions, just kind of pacing off of what I can see in front of me. And like I said, felt like it was a good day, but the lappers definitely are tricky out here, and you know, it's part of it. That's the cool thing about National Enduros. We get to ride some different places, and you get to see a whole different race almost every single week. It's not very, it's never the same. It's never similar conditions, and from Marquette, Michigan to Texas to Louisiana, you're going to see different things, and that's what I love about this series, the traveling and racing with you know, people that you would otherwise never get to meet.
Definitely. Well, you and your brother both are about the best enduro race in the last decade or so. So good job. I know it was a frustrating weekend, but you'll come back swinging in Arkansas, I'm sure.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yep. All right, we have Rachel Gutish here with a win in Pro Elite. How'd the race turn out for you? How was your enduro?
It went great. I had a lot of fun, and I've noticed there's a distinct correlation between when I'm having fun and when I'm doing well. So I rode the first test, I'm like, man, this is sweet. So I'm like, okay, it's probably gonna be a good day. You know, for someone from not out west, I actually like Texas a lot. I've won most of the enduros I've done out here, so always a big fan of the place. I like the rocks, I kind of like the dry slick. Don't really care much for the dust, but it was manageable today, so happy with how it went.
Nice. Do you think all your technical skills kind of help you out here in this more slippery terrain?
Yeah, I think that definitely comes into play, especially in the sections we've got the steep drops into the canyons, the rocks. That's all stuff I'm very familiar with from hard enduro, so I can rip through it pretty good. I don't have to slow down much for anything out there.
Nice. Well, congrats. I'm pumped on your win.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, we have today's overall winner here, Josh Toth and his beautiful girlfriend. How'd the day go, the two of you?
Good. I mean, stayed off the ground all but once, and yeah, pulled off the win. Just kind of cruised it in, stayed safe.
Nice. How did the bike handle? Any adjustments, anything like that? It's a lot different than we're used to riding.
Yeah, not a clicker change from Sumter, and I rolled my bars when I first got on it out here, and that was it. I haven't changed a thing besides the air filter.
It looks like you rolled them back to me. It looks like you got a Carmichael thing going on. Is that how you normally like it?
Yeah, I actually rolled them forward from Sumter.
Whoa!
Yeah. So they were in my lap, but after riding that hard enduro, and I had my bars a little bit up on that. Yeah. So.
What about some of those sneaky G outs that would kind of pop out of nowhere? How did your XC gear mounts, bar mounts work for you?
Like a champ, honestly. Like there were some I really thought my suspension, anything like just gonna collapse my bike or hit the frame, and yeah, overall handling the bike's awesome.
Good.
Hands feel good, fresh, clean. No trees to smack out here. It's nice.
Heck yeah. Well, you didn't get invited to Hawaii, or couldn't make the Hawaii trip. You were able to make this one. You must be a good luck charm, though, huh?
Yeah, that's what we like to say.
Very
I made
cool.
it up to her.
Yeah.
She didn't get to go to Hawaii. I brought her to Turkey, Texas.
Yeah,
Same thing, just as good.
Dinner's on him tonight.
Yep.
All right, very cool. Well, good job, dude.
Thank you.
See you later.